With Governor Newsom laying out a new strategy to boost California's water supply in this historic drought.
Yeah, the governor says if we don't do anything right now, the state could lose 10% of its water supply by 2040.
And this, of course, comes after 3 dry years in a row. We have been talking about this for a long time, and this is according to the latest drought monitor map. 97% of the state is in a severe drought. The governor says we are simply not conserving enough water. KPIX 5's Andrea Borba reports he highlighted a Bay Area project as an example of how we need to change our approach overall.
While today's announcement from Governor Gavin Newsom did not include a mandatory water use cutback, it did include details about multiple new water projects to actually increase the supply of water here in the state of California, including taking salty water from the Delta and the Bay.
What we are focusing on is creating more supply. What we're focused on is creating more water. What we're focusing on are projects exactly like this here in Antioch.
This $93 million desalination plant under construction in Antioch is one of many plans Governor Gavin Newsom is promoting to battle the ongoing historic drought here in California.
We will lose 10% of our water supply by 2040.
The plant will pull brackish water with less salt content than the ocean from the Delta to turn into drinking water for the city of Antioch. It will provide about 30% of the city's annual supply. The first project of its kind on the Delta.
And provide the city with a reliable source of drinking water for generations to come.
It's one of many projects the governor announced today. Among them, plans to capture water from soaking wet atmospheric rivers and store 4 million acre-feet of water as a safeguard against ever-growing drought.
Again, about just being a little bit more resourceful, and that will have an impact in the Central Valley, have an impact in terms of our conveyance on the Central Valley Water Project, State Water Project, have an impact on existing water allocations that are challenged, as you know well, and provide us more capacity to balance the needs as an ag state so that we're not going at each other, urban versus ag.
State officials say make no doubt that climate change is upon us, and the time to update our infrastructure to reflect that is now.
We can no longer depend upon whether it's the Bay Delta, whether it's the Colorado River, to deliver what we need, and so we need a plan.
The project here in Antioch is being set up for brackish Delta water, but with sea level rise and salty water incursion, it can be converted over to a full seawater desalination plant. In Antioch, Andrea Borba, KPIX 5.
Newsom also announced the appointment of his former gubernatorial rival and ex-Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa as the new infrastructure czar.